What's up, buddy? My name's Mango, and welcome back to my D&D retelling story. I know I've been a little bit away, but this video is a little bit different. It's gonna be a fusion between two sessions. Like, yeah. So I mean, it's a little confusing because I think the first session, well, the third session really, was a bit. I feel like I could have explain it really shortly, so I decided to mix that one, the fourth one together. So yeah. Also, since the last session, I actually got myself some new stuff, which is mighty useful. So I got myself a new dice set for the campaign, but looks fancy as heck. I know. And also it came with a map of the Icewind Dale campaign, which came with me, so I can easily explain it. But anyway. So, and also, just before the story, talk to the story, tell you the story. A friend of mine actually decided to draw my character. Named Sky, by the way. Decided to draw me my character from my campaign, Hawks. Well, this is it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, this. Which honestly, I'm very impressed. Big shout out to her. And yeah, I guess that's everything I need to explain just before the video starts. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so since last session, we decided to stay at Miss Huddle's place. We slept at the attic, basically, of her place. And I couldn't sleep last night, like Hawks, that night, so I decided to go sneak out and basically go hunting. So basically did that to clear my head because the last session we found this elven temple that had a mirror that could ask some questions, which I could probably find my missing family, my birth family. So decided to clear my head to go hunting. So I came back a few hours later with 2 rabbits. Decided to go cook make some like rabbit stew in the fireplace. And Huddle woke up and says, "Oh, you made some stew. Probably not be good for breakfast, but we can probably use it for have some dinner. So if you put it in the pantry, we'll eat it later." I was like, "Yeah, sure." Picked it up from there, and it's like, "Oh yeah, breakfast is also ready. Do let everyone wake up everyone up." So I decided to. So basically, in the attic, I basically pop. So you see, basically, the little flap thing of the attic, like the door. Basically, I just pop my head out like a little fucking alarm clock and just squawk, like wah. Sorry. Anyway, basically told everyone breakfast is ready. So we all decided to go, head down, had some porridge, eat some of that, and also I believe we also decided to go to, head into the shoot, what's the place called again? Basically the inn we basically bought, which is, what was the name called again? Give me a sec. Let me just open my map. Ramshackle, which is a rundown inn. Well, it was. We bought it basically. So we went there. Everyone's just Hawks, Liv. Who else was there? Merrick and Onsen. We all decided to like look around the place just to see what it is. I sat on the desk, just like spin around, to see what's going on. I think we were all looking around and stuff, and I believe, someone opens a few hours later, like someone opens the door, and guess who that one is? You guessed it, it was Gaz, the goblin. And I was the first one to see him, because I was at the front counter. I was like, Gaz! Welcome back. And he also brought in a new member, which is a dwarf fighter named Rizwin. So a dwarf fighter, and also actually I think this is also a little bit detail that the person who plays Rizwin is actually a real player that's also decided to join us in the campaign. So who is actually Sky actually in real life, which is drew me this, which was amazing. So introduced her, shook her hand, decided to introduce the rest of the group, and Gaz also, I think he used like a wizard sense or something like that, and he saw some of the places like shining, it's like magical fence. I think some of her Rizwin's gear was glowing, and specifically, like what's that girl's name? What's the elf game? It was Sanar. Snark, which, staying in the corner, was glowing. All glowing, and we were like, who's this? And I was like, you know, like, guys, can I talk to you? So I took him into like one of those like private in like one of those like rooms, empty rooms, and I just explained him to the whole story, what happened. So we actually went hunting for a moose, and that's also how we got this place, and also we found her and a tomb we found when we were hunting that moose. So yeah. And I believe once we had that, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I believe just before we headed off out of town. I believe Miss Huddle actually told me that there was some jobs at Bryn Shander, which is if we can just show you if I show you the map, give me a sec. Open the map once again. Which is literally like, I think it's like the second biggest scene in the entire map, Icewind Dale, which is, I'll show you a bigger image once I get there, but yeah. So we decided to head to, I believe we decided to go back to Tamerlane, and yeah, and I believe we decided to head to Tamerlane back there, and then I believe on our way oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I think just before that, Miss Huddle also explained there was also an elf, half-elf, actually, who actually said he was looking, for people, for a job they wanted. So, when we went there, I believe, oh god, focus. Alright, there we go, we're back. Sorry. So basically what happened was, we went to Tamerlane, basically, I think Liv and the rest of us, like, we try to tell the rest of the kobolds, about the inn we got for them, because the inn was meant for them, so they have a job. And I believe what happened. I believe those the other two kobolds, which I forgot their names already. They had names in the campaign. I just forgot what they were called. It's like Prex or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we talked to them, and I think they were in the inn, the Blue Clam, like doing bartending and stuff, like giving them food and stuff, which are running around like headless chickens. And I believe we decided to, I think we told them about that, and we all decided to, just before we head off to Brandshander, I went to say the half-elf, which I believe we saw her walking out, looked at exactly how she described it, which I said like, which I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, yeah, basically told them about the name, yeah, so I heard you got a job for us. And the job was, we were going to, we had to catch some elementals. Ice elementals, to be specific. Which, I forgot the name of the creatures, which I believe, give me a sec, I think I had the creatures here, which, Tong something, I think, hang on a sec, Changis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Hang on a sec, I don't know how you pronounce the word, but I can grab the picture. Yeah, which looks like these suckers. We had to catch some of these guys. Which, and also I believe she gave us a lantern that also can kind of help us. So she wanted to catch them alive, just so they can like do some research. Because the reason why is because she thinks that she's maybe thinking that's the cause of the endless winter. So, yeah, I got the lantern, which I hooked it up to my belt buckle. And I guess we decided to head off to the place. So, let me just open the map, because this bit's kind of, like, complicated. So, we decided to head to, oh, shoot, I think the map's ripped. Anyway. So we decided to head to, like, oh god, I was playing. We're heading all the way to, like, looks like we're heading to Targos, but midway, I think on a point looks like we're just there, we decided to make a detour and head up a hill. A snowy hill, which is, oh god, I might need to laminate this map next time. Anyway, because, yeah, and we went to climb up there, and we somehow had oh shoot, which we head up there, and I believe we found out, when we climb up there, we see a weird figure in the distance, digging the snow, which I think Onsen tried to get a little closer, try to, like, summon his bat familiar to, like, scout out the area, see what it was, but we found out that later, we got closer, we found out it was 2 owl bears. Yeah? And Gaz, for some reason, just before we were heading off to Tamerlane in Lonely Woods, he had a weed crystal, which we found during the gemstone mines. I forgot to mention, he found that, which, well, I mean, oh shoot, I mean, for some reason, he decided, because he has, the stone has ability to, it could read telepathic sending them. Like, he can talk to people's minds, but apparently it loses your sanity. So basically, it's almost built like the ring from almost like acting similar to the ring. He's gonna turn to Golem almost. So we head there. Guys saw that, and he was like, let's head over there. Head there, and I thought, no. And he was rushing there, so I decided to like ask Liv, like, hey, hold my bag. And I left my wings and tried to grab him, and I grabbed him, magically successful. And I threw him to the ground, and it's like, what are you doing? You're acting like an idiot. All that, and then Liv decided to say, you know what? I think we decided to go do a gas thing. I was like, what? Oh, fine. So I decided to fly, and decided to like scout out the area, like look around, look from a distance in the air. And at the point, the owlbears were very suspicious with Gaz, and for some reason. Not even kidding. He revealed one of his secrets, which, this is the thing about our campaign. We have this secret thing we can do. We do have. So, and Gaz's secret was Owlbear Whisper. He technically kind of tamed these owlbears. They're friendly to him. So I was shocked when I found out about this in the campaign, so. And then I believe we found out that they were friendly with us. I decided to flop down with them and decided to be like, try to see if I can please them. And I started throwing in my 2 good berries, which is a spell I had, ranger spell. Feed them, and I had 2 I rolled 2 20-sided dices. Guess I done it twice. I rolled it, I got a nat 1. Did it again, nat 1. So roll the 1s. So basically, when I was feeding the owlbears, they think I was food. They think I was a KFC meal. So I didn't want to do it, to like go near them because they think they're gonna eat me. So I believe we decided to travel with them. I think all the short people did. So it's Gaz, Merrick, and Razewin decided to hop on the owlbears' backs and ride away to Brendershire. So we head there. We managed to get there, and the guards saw that because they're like, hold on, owlbears are not allowed to be here. And so I believe there's like, are they friendly or stuff? And then like I joked around, like, me just like, they just look at me, the owlbears look at me like, I'm suspicious. Yeah. Anyway, so basically we decided to tied up the owlbears to a well nearby to tie them up so don't run away. And I believe we decided to head in town. We looked around. I think we did some of us split up and head to the to an inn, which is yeah, it's going on. So we basically head to some people went to Northlook. I think it was Onsen and Merrick. They decided to head there, but the rest of us decided to go to the market, or blacksmith / market, merchant place, general store, which was called Black Iron Blade. So I decided to go there. So the rest of us decided to go there. I decided to trade, Hawks decided to trade, his swords to something better, or something like it, or something better, maybe. And then he gets, I decided he had a sword blades, which was pretty rubbish, actually, because I checked. And then actually, I decided to trade them for a long sword. So, decided to trade it, and I got a long sword with me, which is amazing. And I think some people just Liv was getting a I think it was like learning using the one to learn the smith, using the smith basically and catch a no to like and use to get like an iron ingot or something like that, or black iron ingot or something. I can't remember. Who else was there? I think that was everyone. Oh yeah, and I think also Gaz also asked about like certain stuff. I think he also learned about a sort of like a job thing, which I think is gonna be later in the game, which we have to go to a certain place and a whale will show up, and we go to talk to a frost maiden. So I think midway there, I think on the way out to we were heading to Northlook, we decided to say like wait, what's it about the because I Hawks overheard saying about like wait, what's it about the frost maidens? And it's like, oh, I was thinking about like a thing we have to do. So I was like, oh, I've heard about it, so yeah. And I believe we head there, and I think we kind of stayed at the inn for the night because it was nighttime at the time. So yeah, and I believe that's the end of that first session, and I believe I'm just gonna cut into the second one. So this is one. So the second the other campaign, which was we decided to head to. I think we went to look around like hunting. No, we woke up in the next morning of during Brynsander. Brynsander, yeah. So we basically head there. Let me just get my head around stuff. So we just basically decided to split up and got some stuff. Guys decided to check on the owlbears. I think they went to, I think just what I heard. They got loose from the well. I mean, and they basically just they wandered off, but not too far. We managed to get them back up, and I decided to go back to the Black Iron Blade. So and I also asked them for two things, because I think on the journey of the first session, I had my lantern on the entire time. We drained all the oil out, so that may be bad. And I decided to buy 10 flasks of oil, which was more than enough we needed. So I decided to head there. Order that, and also asked Liv, because she stayed at the smith the whole night, and I asked if I can get improved leather armor. So Liv asked the keepers the shopkeeper, smith keeper, she can do it for me, and he said yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, so basically I had now sturdy? Is that pronounce it? Sturdy leather armor. So like it's a lot more stronger now. And I believe we all talked about like I think we all grouped together, and Lonson said about like, because apparently when he was like grabbing some stuff, learning some stuff, new spells and stuff, which I think he heard of a job which was during in one of the smaller towns, which is a little further from here, which was which was called, how do you pronounce this town? Caerdenville? Can I say pronounce the city? Caerdenville? Which apparently one of the speaker went missing, or something would happen to him, and some other people decided to take over. And we decided to take that job, and I believe, because if you guys look at the map, which is kind of pretty far, but like we have owlbears, which we all grouped up, and I believe I actually tried to tame the owlbears again, try to get my good berries again, do it again, and I was afraid I was gonna. I think someone like Liv and Onsen decided bet he gets eaten or something. So I did that, and I rolled it, successfully handled it. So I believe now I've been friends with them, and I helped guys. We bought ourselves a sleigh, like a large sleigh basically for the owlbears to pull us. And well, I believe I basically helped them tie up the owlbears to the saddle, or to the saddle up with the sleigh. Head there, and yeah, and I believe we head there, which is pretty good. We decided, so we basically on our way traveling there. I think it was so we head off to basically grab it, head there. So we on our midway to it. I think just outside of the city, Caerdenville, which was I had my lantern on to see if we can find any elementals, because the elemental reward was somewhere between 100 or 200 gold, which for just one, which is mighty valuable. So we grabbed it, and I think one of the lanterns starts glowing, like glowing green, and I'm like, guys, stop the sleigh. And we stopped it, and I hopped off, and basically decided to follow the area, follow the lights, and oh boy, this is interesting. And we heard some an old lady screaming. I was like, "You damn thieves!" Silly, like he's like, "I hope you never come back. Sell yourselves," or something like that. And Liv decided to go investigate. It's like, "What's happened?" And said, "Well, basically these changelings or something like that, whatever they're called. They basically stole her silver cutlery, which we'll try and plan on giving them back. Which I think on our way there were 3 of them hanging around around a plate, which we didn't know what our plan was. So my plan was I was planning on doing like pretend I just like collapsed and like it just like fall down and like collapse and they just but apparently at the same time like pretend I fell inside like see what's happened, see what that is. But these things are like small. They're like 1 foot tall, like 1.5, so pretty small. And but apparently it didn't work. It didn't work. But apparently at the same time, Onsen decided to grab his silver coins, make a little trail. And this one of the little elementals grabbed it. It's like looking at it like it's a mirror. But then like I was thinking of my focus. There we go. We focused. I was trying to grab. Trying to maybe sneak up and maybe grab them, but the rest of them was like, no, don't. Like, so basically, I just didn't do anything. And then one of the coins landed to me. Did that, and they're treating the coins like acting like frisbee. So I just like grabbed it and like throw it back at them. Basically, I was their new toy, and I think Gaz tried to use the crystal to like talk to them, but apparently there's a thing they don't speak. There are elementals, but they speak nothing. They don't have a language they speak. So that's what happened. And then I think when we were like playing with them, and I think Liv and Raisin were trying to go back and like try to like grab some. No, Liv was trying to grab it. I think Raisin was like right behind her, like from a distance. I think trying to grab the cutlery and stuff. And I believe when we were trying to grab it, which was I think who was it? From a distance, it was I think weird thing is someone would like touched, like grabbed us, like, which was I think it was Onsen, me, and Gaz, which we had a certain abilities. They touched us and have somehow unlocked a certain ability that was it, which Onsen got an ability which was what was it? It was something like he could like ice snow vision, like he can see snow. It only lasted for 24 hours, but he can actually like cold resistance for I think it was like 72 hours or something like that. But he can like help us like travel for like a certain bit. It only lasts for 24 hours, but for me, one of them landed on my head, so. What I have now is basically, which I think it was called, hang on a sec, what was the ability called? Give me a sec, which was Charm of the Snowball Strike, which allows me to summon 5 snowballs, like, at 5 snowballs, summon a snowball, which does 1d4 cold damage, which, basically I have a snowball at power. It's like one of them is literally stuck to my head, like bear hugging my head, which I was just like, and then Gaz literally is like holding his hand, which basically has a child, so it's kind of funny. And we basically had decided like, okay, I guess we head in, and so we all decided to head back into the thing. Liv decided to return the cutlery back, and I believe we decided to go head there and decided to go split up and look around, see what the plan was. See what to do. So I think Onsen and Racewind decided to look, because apparently at the place which was I believe the main house headquarters, which like the people took over, which was a big castle, like a big fortress almost. We headed there. They headed there, and I believe me and Liv decided to go head into the tavern, which is right next to it, which is right next to the fort. Basically, we decided to talk to them and say, like, is there anything to drink? It's like, they're like, the bartender was like, nope. There's literally no alcohol, which was a nightmare. They only had certain food. They only had a food, which was chowder, which is awful. I think we all talked about, like, do we know anything about it? But apparently, the reason they have no alcohol is because, I think it's because the lake's all frozen up. So no supplies can come in. So that sucks. And we decided to... No, and I think, guys decided to come back up, because he was setting up with the Albers, I think. And now, we all decided to group up, and we all discussed, because Onsen found barely anything over there, because, like, all the places all sealed up, so he couldn't hear anything. So the plan was, we were trying to figure out what to do. We were trying to figure out, like, should we go in, like, brute force? Should we go, like... But originally we were planning on, because Razewin actually had a backstory, which was, probably shouldn't have mentioned this on the way there. So on our way to last session, I think we said was she was a jewel shopkeeper, but like apparently like the shop didn't go well, it got shut down. So basically she becoming an adventurer. But she mentioned that, and also had the ability. She had noble clothes. So the plan was we were going to infiltrate it by she was going to dress up as a noblewoman, being like selling alcohol, which. The plan was, Gaz had the ability, because he can illusion tricks, which was going to trick water to being, like, vodka or something. So, we decided, and, I was going to be, Hawks was going to be, her bodyguard. Gaz was going to be, like, the speaker for her, and I believe that's pretty much it. Everyone, yeah, so we all had our certain roles. So we basically went there at night, knocked on the door, and some guy, like, at the window, like, says, like, who goes there? And we all just talked about like, hi, we're here to speak to the speaker, and the speaker's, well, the guys are like, he's not well, he's been sick. And it's like, well, it's urgent. We came a long way, talking about, we need to speak to him, and it was like, again, you have to come back another time. And I think we all tried everything as possible, even though Hawks was very tempting. Me was very tempting to basically use brute force to open the door, but. I kept my cool, which was and I think like trying to like Liv decided to speak, saying about like listen, the city just needs a little bit more help and everything. It's like, we've been surviving fine, but like, no, we don't. We went to the tavern before. There's no alcohol. I was like, alcoholics. Basically said that nothing was there. You need to speak to that now. And he was like, nothing happened, and I, like, listen, I would have tried to, but, like, listen, nothing was going in, nothing was coming, allowing us, so, basically, guys decided, in his head, decided to say, yeet the plan, decided to say, because apparently, one of the leaders had this, stone crystal sword amulet, represent something, and had decided to change the rules, and decided to say, I think we were, like, I think we changed using illusion changes us to something else. Basically become new recruits. So like I was like, oh, open the gates, do that. He opened it up and basically said like a general showed up, which was, I forgot the name of it. But he had like this bit of the ear bitten off by frostbite. Frostbit off. And it's like, welcome brother. Yes, and it's like, talk to the general, which was a, tiefling. Which was, we went to talk to him, into the actual fort, which I think we saw a bunch of people, like, a child in a cage, a human child. I didn't want to talk to him because I didn't want to get caught, so, kind of a cool walk by, and, I think he said I think we talked to the side like, oh, you Mr. Recruits, like, welcome. It's like, so what, like, what is like reason like why you're here? So I don't know. It's like, what's your like your abilities or checks with it, like skills, and like I think like Gaz and Onsen decided that we were they were magic users. Liv said about like she was an inventor, saying about like she made like Sanaz like a cyborg robots, which is like, oh, very useful, very useful. And it's like, and you, which is about Hawk's points at me. I was like leaning on the side, like acting like, edgy, saying like tracking, and decided like, oh, might be very useful though. And then like Reswin was like saying like, oh, I'm just a noble woman or something. I don't know, sure. And then we just and then we decided to go travel. We basically give us go a tour of the place. So, believe this group was a cult. Actually, then bandits or anything. So we went there. Talked about. I think we're talking about like. I think we went to like look a tour like certain areas like I think natural like because this group was based on I think it was like a demon of some kind, but it got frozen. He got frozen in ice. But apparently they got to like all sorts of places, and there was a one downstairs to cook us, which was a big ice cube full of chains and stuff. We don't know if this is an actual the actual demon, or if that's just a structure of it. But we had there, and I think we stayed there for the night, and I think my main actually thinking was like, guys, like, I picked up like, what is wrong with you? So basically, that's kind of where it ends there. So I think that's kind of where the group last left off. Which, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Which was, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next session. Which I'm hoping next session would be a lot of combat, because we haven't had any case of combat since the Moose, which was weeks ago now. So yeah, we got a new member of our group, which is mighty useful. So yeah, well, I guess thank you guys so much listening into this story. If you liked it, guys, please slap the like button down below, click subscribe, click the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, people, stay awesome.